DEMECO Ryans was hired by the Texans to be the head coach. The third head coach in the last 3 years. And he needs the turnaround team that had the second worst record in the league last year. Lovie Smith was their coach, was there for only 1 year. DEMECO Ryans was hired by the Houston Texans, giving him his first head coaching job and bringing him back to a place where he started his playing career. He was drafted by the Texans as a linebacker, and he had some good seasons in his career throughout, most notably for the Philadelphia Eagles. The 49ers hired him as defensive quality coach first and became an inside linebackers coach for 3 years and got promoted to defensive coordinator after Robert Saleh went to the Jets as the head coach. He's been a defensive coordinator the last 2 years, and they've been great ever since because of all the talent they have. The Houston Texans went 3-13 and won last year, and they won their last game, which allowed Chicago to get the number 1 pick in the draft, which I don't think the ownership minds, because Chicago's not picking a quarterback. They need to pick a quarterback. There would be less money in the contract for picking a quarterback second instead of first. So Lovie Smith probably did them a favor. The last 2 years, Houston hasn't been that much of a talented team. They have somewhat talent, but overall not a talented team, especially at quarterback. And they got rid of the DeAndre Hopkins, which is basically their receiver. They replaced him with Brandon Cooks, who has been very disgruntled. He wanted to leave, but maybe now that they hired Ryans, he's probably going to stay. And Ryans issued a statement thanking the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan and general manager John Lynch for his time there. He had a rapid ascent, 4 years, and he became defensive coordinator in that 2 years. So in 6 years of coaching, he's become a head coach. That's a very, very rapid ascent in the coaching ranks. And I think it's been deserved. He's been a great coach. He's a player's coach. And he's got a great defensive mind. His ascent has been well-deserved. And he's proven with the track record he has of being a good coach. So I think Houston made a great hire in DEMECO Ryans. Personally, I thought the perfect place, and I mentioned this before, I thought the perfect place was him being Washington Commanders coach. But somehow, I don't understand, Washington kept Ron Rivera as the head coach, even though Ron Rivera has made one blunder after another. They had the defense and they had the offense. They just needed a quarterback, and that team could be real good. But Houston made a great hire. They were probably pinpointing him, and they went for him once the 49ers lost. So he said, being a head coach of the Houston Texans is my dream job. My family is thrilled to be back in H-Town. I have been around the game of football my entire life. I've always had the natural ability to lead others. I know what it takes to win and be successful in this league as both a player and as coach, and he definitely does. We'll see if he's going to become a winner, because even though they are in a weak division, Jacksonville looks like they're going to be dominating in that division for a bit, unless the Colts could somehow land a quality quarterback. They have room to compete, because Tennessee's on a downturn, Colts somewhat in a downturn, and they could be rising very fast in that division, competing with Jacksonville for the division lead over the years. He says, we're going to build a program filled with players who have the special work ethic, relentless mindset. I understand the responsibility of having this organization to the fans of Houston to build a winner, and I can't wait to get to work. I think he's going to turn around this team fast. It's going to be exciting to see what he does. A fan favorite during his playing days in Houston, Ryans could help the team win back some fans that have become disenchanted with the direction of Texas that they muddled through 3 straight dreadful seasons in it after winning AFC South in 2018-2019. J.J. Watt approves this move. Of course, everybody's going to approve of this move. I approve this move by Houston. I think they're taking a gamble, but I think it's a pretty good gamble. Owner Kyle McNair vowed to be more involved in this hiring after Texas fired their past 2 coaches after just 1 season. Dave Culley was fired after coaching the team in the 2021 season before Smith was hired, Lovie Smith. I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised the GM surviving through this too. He hasn't done well in hiring coaches or assembling a quality team. I have to hand it to Lovie Smith. Houston competed last year. They lost some close games. They competed with teams. And I think Lovie Smith was a good coach. I don't think Houston gave him a fair shot. But maybe Houston knew that Ryans is going to be wanted, and they had to fire Lovie to get to have Ryans be the coach. They know they had the advantage over other teams because Houston Texans were the first team to draft him. So maybe that's the case. They didn't give Lovey a chance. They knew Ryans would become available, and they went for him. Ryans is the third consecutive black head coach hired by the team in as many years. The Texans faced criticism after firing 2 black coaches out just one season, with rosters devoid of any stars or lacking much talent. That's the NFL today. They don't give coaches much of a shot. You need to win and win fast. I think they're going to give Ryans the benefit of the shot this time around, though. They'll give him 2 or 3 years to see if he could start turning this team around. With the 49ers defense, how he helped them win the division, go to 2 NFC championships, but not winning them. The Texans decided on Ryans after interviewing Denver defensive coordinator Hiro Evero, Giants offensive coordinator Mike Kafka, Rams assistant head coach Thomas Brown, and former Saints coach Sean Payton, Philadelphia defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon, Philadelphia offensive coordinator Shane Steichen, and Detroit offensive coordinator Ben Johnson. Besides Sean Payton, these names are not big at all. You can even say DEMECO Ryans was the second biggest name on this list. And the 38-year-old Ryans, yes, he's pretty young. I mean, it seems like the NFL teams is hiring younger coaches. The old coaches are a thing of the past. You gotta hire the young. You gotta hire the hungry coaches. It says he was second-round pick of the Texans 2006. He led the NFL in 126 solo tackles that season to win AP Defensive Rookie of the Year honors. He spent his 6 seasons at the Texans and was selected to Pro Bowl 2007-2009. He finished his playing career with the Eagles and has spent his entire coaching career with the 49ers. That's one thing, Kyle Shanahan. He has developed some good coaches and has proven Robert Saleh sort of turned around the Jets, and now DEMECO is going to turn around the Texans. And I think Robert Saleh, they heard they're going to make a huge move for Aaron Rodgers. So if they get him, they're going to become a playoff team next year. So for the 49ers, they need to get the third defensive coordinator in the last 4 years. Everybody's leaving. And I was sort of hoping they would hire Vic Fangio, even though he employs a different defense what the 49ers have. The 49ers are having a 4-3 defense. Vic Fangio likes a 3-4 with the 4 linebackers. He's been very successful. He's a former 49ers defensive coordinator. That's why I thought I thought they were going to hire him. I thought he was first in line. I thought they could hire him. Maybe they did put an offer, but he took the Dolphins instead. So he's going to be the defense coordinator for the Dolphins. So this left the 49ers still searching. The 2 other external candidates is Steve Wilks and Chris Harris. Wilks served as Carolina's Panthers interim coach, and Chris Harris has been Washington's defensive back coach. I wouldn't mind if they get Wilks. I think he was the defensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers before, when Mike Rule was there, and they were pretty good. He might be a good coach. 49ers also might hire within the leading candidates could be Daniel Bullock's safeties coach, Chris Kokorek, defensive line coach, or Corey Unlin, secondary coach. That's one of the driving forces. Maybe they didn't really go for Fangio or make him an offer he couldn't refuse because Kyle Shanahan likes the defense they're running and they want to stick with it, and Fangio would have changed their defense. But the first thing they need to do, maybe even before hiring a defensive coordinator, is signing Nick Bosa to a contract extension. They say he could land close to $30 million annually, which is crazy, I think, for a defensive line player, because he seems like he gets hurt. He played a full season this year. He's been hurt on and off, playing through injury this year. I really think they need to sign him. They need him along with the linebackers. So I don't know what the 49ers are going to do for defensive coordinator. They're still searching. Me personally think they're either going to hire Steve Wilks or promote within, one or the other. They're not going to go for the Philadelphia defensive coach or anyone else. So this video, I just want to wish DEMECO Ryans luck in Houston. I'm happy for him. I'm sad he's leaving the 49ers. I was hoping he would stick through to hopefully win a Super Bowl. That's not going to be it anymore. I think he's going to turn around the Houston Texans. And I wonder if he's going to try to pry Trey Lance from the 49ers, or they're going to draft either the Ohio State quarterback or the Alabama quarterback to lead their team. So what do you guys think of the DEMECO Ryans hire for Houston Texans? You think he's going to have a quick turnaround, or this is going to be a long road ahead? Please subscribe, like, and comment. Thanks. See ya.